Rathalu song tarvata andaru Rathalu Rathalu ani pilavadam start chesaru. Ippudu Where Is the VenkataLakshmi tarvata andaru VenkataLakshmi ani pilavadam start chestarantara?
Where Is the VenkataLakshmi is too big a name for people to call.
Okay, so what is your character? I mean, we all know that you have played a teacher's character. So you lived your old school days while doing this character?
See, with girls it's different, you know. I teachers in my school, you know, and as a girl I used to always admire their beauty and say how beautiful.
So you are also an English teacher in this film?
We haven't categorized it. We only show VenkataLakshmi as a not college going boys. So yes, she is that character.
So after so much gap, you are coming back with a bang with two movies. Naga Kanya is also coming. So how different are these two characters and how different it was playing these two characters for you?
They're poles apart actually, because Naga Kanya is and that was a lot more challenging film, because in a while there has
in Naga Kanya there are three heroines, you, Varalakshmi and Catherine. So three actresses are like bombshells. So how did you manage to, you know, to be the showstopper?
And everyone is secured with their own characters. It's not that, oh, her character is better, you know. I don't, because and you know, at the end of the day we all like gel along as friends, and Varu is a dear friend.
So have you ever felt that I'm striving very hard, I'm struggling very hard to make that one big film in Tollywood?
You want to be yourself, and you, because there are other things also you're doing. You're just not sitting and hoping that, oh, I'm going to do this big film.
So you have done so many special songs, item songs in so many industries. So what do you enjoy the more, doing special songs, item songs, or playing a very good character?
So just because I enjoy doing it, that's why I've done it. So anywhere if I'm not enjoying.
You are a very active person on social media. You interact with your fans a lot. You retweet the compliments also. So what do you feel when some of the netizens comment about you being a self-obsessed person? How do you react to it?
Because more than me, there are a lot of people who post pictures, and I think it's exactly the same thing. At least I have a reason to post pictures.
Dating a celebrity or a common man, cricketer or a film industry, I mean a hero or someone like that, with who is more easy to go with?
I've dated people because profession has never been part of my consideration.
So you have acted with almost all the top heroes, Balakrishna garu, Chiranjeevi garu, Ajith garu, Pawan Kalyan garu. So working with superstars, what was the toughest part and who was the toughest to work with?
Working with superstars is the thing, right? And like, they are so and there is a reason for that. That's why we call them legends. So you can't find flaws in them. They make things so easy for you. It's like a cakewalk. The things that we feel is so difficult, they'll suddenly come, it's like, do this way. And you get away with it. So that's called... That's the beauty of working with superstars.
So, have you ever come across the casting couch in Tollywood or Collywood?
But the struggles for me were something else, different. But I wouldn't say it doesn't exist. That's what I keep saying. Everybody has a different...
So, what is your take on Me Too?
Take on Me Too is... but it shouldn't be misused just to take revenge on people.
The most sensational and sensual actress. And ఈమె పేరు చెప్పడం కంటే రత్తాలు అంటే అందరూ బాగా గుర్తుపట్టేస్తారు. And she is none other than, yes sir, Raai Laxmi. Hello Rathalu.
Hello, what an introduction. Thank you.
How are you?
I'm good.
So where is the VenkataLakshmi అనడం కంటే where is Rathalu? Where is Rathalu? ఏమైపోయింది ఇన్ని రోజులు?
Rathalu has disappeared now. Now it's VenkataLakshmi. Yes, this is a very catchy title. Yeah. So the VenkataLakshmi is me. So
where have you been inni రోజులు?
I've been here in and around doing other languages and other films. So I keep coming to Telugu industry like once a year, twice in a year, at least songs or movies or my dub films. You know, this is what you know, my history has been with the Telugu industry. So yes, now this is my third straight film in Telugu, a sweet comedy film, a light-hearted film, which has good humor, great characters, great actors playing great characters. So it's a different simple film that you know, everybody would love, because comedies cannot go wrong. Because comedy films are very refreshing, and Where Is the VenkataLakshmi has a lot in it.
సో రత్తాలు సాంగ్ తర్వాత అందరూ రత్తాలు రత్తాలు అని పిలవడం స్టార్ట్ చేశారు. ఇప్పుడు వేర్ ఇస్ ద వెంకటలక్ష్మి తర్వాత అందరూ వెంకటలక్ష్మి అని పిలవడం స్టార్ట్ చేస్తారంటారా?
Yes, that Where Is the VenkataLakshmi is too big a name for people to call. Lakshmi is already, Lakshmi is already my name. So there is a song in the film called Papa Nikedan Tenishto. So they might end up calling me Papa, you know. Yeah.
Okay, so what is your character? I mean, we all know that you have played a teacher's character. So you lived your old school days while doing this character?
No, see, with girls it's different, you know. I did have a lot of good-looking teachers in my school, you know. And as a girl, I used to always admire their beauty and say how beautiful you are, and give them roses, chocolates, you know, as a student. And I could only think of that. And for boys, it's even more, you know. It's like it's a fantasy for them to have good-looking teachers around, and most of the school-going boys will have crush on some pretty-looking teachers. Yeah. So it's a very realistic thing, you know. And I have checked with all my like boy, you know, friends that who are boys, that did you ever have a good-looking teacher or you had a crush on teachers? Most of the guys have some teacher who they had a crush on. So it's quite a strange thing, you know, that most of them had it.
And all the good-looking teachers were English teachers?
English teachers, yeah, surprisingly, mostly, you know. So I think that's the whole feel of the film, where she's a teacher, where she's pretty, good-looking, sexy, hot.
So you are also an English teacher in this film?
No, we haven't categorized it. We only show VenkataLakshmi as a teacher, where she teaches, you know, small kids, not college-going boys. So yes, she is that character, and yes, that's what she is.
So after
more, if I have to talk, then I'll be revealing so many things about the film.
So after so much gap, you are coming back with a bang with two movies. Naga Kanya is also coming. So how different are these two characters, and how different it was playing these two characters for you?
Poles apart actually, because Naga Kanya is more on a serious note, and that was a lot more challenging film, because in a while there has you know I don't know in Telugu, but in Tamil at least, in a while there has been no snake films. It's been at least like 10 to 15 years since the time people have seen a snake film. So I wanted to do a snake film where I was offered quite a few times, and finally Nia 2 happened, and Naga Kanya in Telugu. So a lot of people have expectations on that as well, because snake films are little eye-catchy for people, you know, and for some strange reason everybody would want to watch it once, because they're different, you know. They are not like those normal films where you see characters, but here you see snakes. So that's why you see a lot of snake serials also doing well, because they're different films. They are fantasy films, and in this film it's a snake film along with a love revenge kind of a mixed story to it, and it has a lot of star cast. And Where Is the VenkataLakshmi is exactly opposite, you know, where I didn't have to work anything on the character. All I had to do is wear a nice chiffon sari and look good. So yeah, that's the thing. So there is a difference between these two films, and a big difference in genre.
And in both the films, both the characters, you're playing for the first time as a snake girl, as an Nagan, as a teacher.
And as a snake. But why teacher is even more easier is because it's a commercial character, you know, you just need to look good. But in Naga Kanya, there's a lot of prep work for the character, because we are not on a day-to-day basis, we don't dress up like that, or we don't dress up like Naginis. So, and even the acting, the performance, it has to be all in that grace of a snake. So it's very important to keep up that posture or that eyes, you know, and a lot of CG work.
So that was the main reason for you to lose weight, Naga Kanya?
Not main reason, but one of the reasons, you know, because I do have a flashback in the film where I have to look different from what I have looked. So I did work a little extra harder to make myself look real in the flashback. So that's how it all worked with a perfect timing. So yeah.
In Naga Kanya, there are three heroines, you, Varalakshmi and Catherine. So three actresses are like bombshells. So how did you manage to, you know, to be the showstopper?
Not really. I think everybody has done their bit well, and everyone is secured with their own characters. It's not that, oh, her character is better. You know, I don't, because before getting into the film, I'm very sure what I'm doing. And you know, at the end of the day, we all like gel along as friends, and Varu is a dear friend. Jay is a dear friend. Catherine, I have not known her much, but this is the first time that I've worked with her. So it was quite a sweet thing to actually work with everyone and gel well, and you know, it was a good, it's a big star cast film, you know. It was not easy to put up with all the characters and bring all the characters together and make a movie out of this. You know, having two heroines itself is like a big thing. You know, here we have three heroines and one hero dealing with all the three heroines. So it was it's a good film where people where it will catch on to people's eye.
Yeah. So what was your first reaction when you were offered this film, Naga Kanya?
I was offered, like I said, I was offered many times a snake film, but I didn't know what caught my attention to this film. It just felt right, you know, it just felt that I should do this. Because we see a lot of snake films and they're only revenge films, like snake films. But this has a love story mixed to this. So that's what I liked about it. There is another angle, just not the snake, but there is another angle blending into the script. and that can connect to the audience even more. When people can like only revengeful films, this will, even when there is love, you will get even more connected to it. So I somehow, it's a vibe that I get, and I just choose films. When I hear the stories, I just choose films what's important for me, and as an actor, how else I can make it look different, or what else I can try.
Yeah. So have you ever felt that I'm striving very hard, I'm struggling very hard to make that one big film in Tollywood?
Not really, because until you're offered something, you don't want to work for it. You want to be yourself, and because there are other things also you're doing. You're just not sitting and hoping that, oh, I'm going to do this big film. So I'm a person, I go with the flow with whatever is offered to me. Even if it's the smallest thing, I want to make sure I give my best and win that, And most of the time I've done it. Sometimes I've missed it. And that's a natural course of life. I just can't be the super successful woman in this whole planet, So it's important to see failures to enjoy success. So it's very important.
So in one of your interviews, I've seen that you said that there is only skin show in Bollywood, and there are performance-oriented roles being offered to you in Tollywood. So what made you say that?
I see a lot more scope in South films, because in South Indian films, it's a big industry, and a lot of different scripts are written here. Different genres, different scripts, a great role for a girl to play, a female lead to play, See, the opportunities are more, where in Bollywood, it's all commercial. It's very, nowadays it started that they're playing important roles with different subjects. Before, it wasn't like that. Bollywood was full masti, hangama, dhamal and glamour. So even now, in that way, as per the scripts, South is way too ahead. Bollywood is slowly coming in, and last year has been phenomenally good for Bollywood. They actually, so many great content-driven films have done so well. And very different, So I like the way industry is changing,
So you have done so many special songs, item songs in so many industries. So what do you enjoy the more, doing special songs, item songs, or playing a very good character?
No, I have done both. So just because I enjoy doing it, that's why I've done it. So there is no way that you can see me anywhere if I'm not enjoying. If I'm enjoying, that means I'm doing it. So dance has always been my hobby, and I love dancing, and if given an opportunity with a good song, why not, and with superstars, why not, So dance has always been my the thing that I love the most.
First love?
Not first love, but I love dancing. I just love dancing. And acting is something that comes with it. So whether I do songs or movies, for me they are the same. Even in movies I dance, or I just dance. So for me it's the same. I don't separate them. A glamour industry, as an actor, you're so blessed that you can do anything. You are welcome to do anything. You can be an anchor, you can dance, you can do million things. That's the beauty of being an actor.
So you have been in this industry from past 14 years, and you still grab the attention and catch the bullseye, I can say. So what is the secret?
Oh my God, this is like literally a repeated question by a lot of media people, and they make me sound like I had come in some other era, and now I have completely reborn. And I'm reborn, and there is someone who similarly looks like Raai Laxmi and stuff like that. No, it feels good. And the reason is I started it very young. Like, I started off very young. When I was 15, I was a kid. I was back then I was struggling whether I should go to school or I should go for shoots. You know, I was in that time. You know, where I have gracefully managed to finish my school and college, and after that I couldn't manage to move further. So yes, because I've come so early, it feels like I've been around for a very long time. But you know, with every year a person changes for good or bad. It all depends on you. But with me, as every year passes by, I feel bored of myself. I feel, dude, I think the only thing that you can invest well in your life is on your health. Somewhere, something, some experience just make you realize that you need to be a better person. And I went through that, and I started, you know, when I was young, I was looking older than my age. Now when I have grown older, I am going backwards. That's because I think also maturity makes you realize what's right and what's wrong. And as a kid, how much will you be matured and how much will you think? One side you're working, one side you're responsible for what you're doing. On the other side, you will not think so much. On the other side, you're giving exams, you know. So there's so many things back then was happening where for me, I was just driven by just working in films. And now it's not only about that, it's about everything, you know, how you do, how you present yourself. You learn through each and every movie that is passing by. And you learn so many new things when you start traveling across the world, you know. So a lot of things change, and that's where it says that you mold, you become a better person, you groom yourself, you know. So I think I have groomed over the last few years. Yeah.
You are a very active person on social media. You interact with your fans a lot. You retweet the compliments also. So, what do you feel when some of the netizens comment about you being a self-obsessed person? How do you react to it?
Somebody has ever done that, saying or called me self-obsessed, because more than me there are a lot of people who post pictures, and I think it's exactly the same thing. At least I have a reason to post pictures. Yes. It's not like just generically, you know, and I post pictures with a lot of inspirational quotes. It's just not just see my picture, you know. I like to spread positivity, or if I like something about it, I want people to know about it. So that's a great platform where I can interact with my fans also. A lot of fans keep asking me, you know, keep doing this, you know, chat sessions and all. But it takes a lot of time for me. I do come on chat sessions very rarely. But yeah, I'm constantly at least active so that I stay connected and share my experience with the people who are following me. Some people follow you for just to know what you're doing, and they just want to spread negativity, but the ratios are very small, you know. But I ignore those things, and sometimes if somebody goes overboard, they are straight away blocked. So, so simple, you know, no stress. So where there is enough positivity, you see an opposite energy also coming in. So you just can't expect one side of it. So everything has a solution. So it's a very simple.
You are a very spiritual person. I can relate to you.
Not spiritual. I think this is me, and this not many people know of me like this. Because I've never given so much time to any media to sit and talk. Aww. Because whenever I'm in media, it's controversies. Oh, what about cricket? Oh, what about this? Oh, what about that? I know. That follows, you know, that's without that, it's incomplete, you know. So it's like that.
You know, because you haven't spoke much about it in Telugu media or Telugu channels, I would like to ask you this question. So you have been linked to MS Dhoni or Sushant in the past. So what affected you the most?
Some things are true and some things are not. And even if I go back, accept it, not accept it, doesn't make a difference. It was my life at that point of time. Maybe few things are true and few things were blown out of proportion. But today when I sit here also and say it is not true or true, is not going to, because everybody is moved on.
Yeah.
Everybody is happily settled. They have families, they have kids. And I'm still unmarried. Yeah. Yeah. So I want to respect that, you know, and no matter what, even if they were part of my life, not part of my life, my lot of other relationships, I still respect them. I'm still in touch with most of them. Because somewhere we all have met as friends. And anything beyond that, if it has attracted, it's mutual. So, you know, and I've never hidden my relationships. Whenever my relationships have happened, either I've spoken about it, and the unwanted controversies which are not true, like everybody starts linking me up with Srishant. I have never had it. He was a great friend. You know, why this link up came in is because I was doing a cover story with Srishant in Kerala magazine, a main cover story of a travel magazine, where the travel magazine concept was romance on the yacht. So when they saw that as a cover story, they all thought that we both have a relationship. But that's not true. Now, again, how will I tell people that see, I'm happy to accept what's true, but I would not want to accept what's not true, you know, and there has always been a full stop there, and after full stop there are still dot by the media, but I'm over it and dusted the topic. Yeah,
So,
been there and done
have
that.
you expected the MS Dhoni, the untold story, they will show your character too in that film?
See, I know for a reason biopics, you know, if you try and make anyone's biopic, it's only going to be the positive side of it. It'll never be a negative. Yeah, so, you know, even if they show you know, doesn't matter to me. But the thing is, making biopics are not easy, you know. So you only show the right side of the biopic, and because biopics are, you know, see, films, again, we get inspired by films, so you can't have a wrong stuff coming into the film. We all have good and bad in our lives. Show me one person who says, I'm only good in my life and whatever has happened around me is only good. You will not find one person. You know, it's a natural course of life. We all have gone, seen the wrong, seen the right, done the wrong, you know, done the right things also. Now it's up to you what kind of person you want to be, you know, so that's the thing.
Yeah, so you have been in, you have already said that 4 to 5 relationships you have been into. So,
I never said numbers, I said few. Yeah.
so from past relationships you have been through, which affected the most?
Of course, all the controversies that I was part of, that has surely affected me and my family a lot. Because we don't take controversies so casually. If not, even if I do, my parents would not, because they come from a very normal background. They are not film people, you know. So it's hard for them to digest anything that they're seeing about their daughter, you know. So it's just like any other family. But it was very hard for me to balance both and make them understand, make people understand, or make media understand. So I was quite lost, and that was like the toughest phase of my life, that how do I prove this, you know, what is right and what is wrong. But then I just gathered the courage to just be quiet until I spoke something. Yeah.
In person, how do you deal with a breakup?
I'm a very emotional person. It disturbs me a lot. Nothing can break me in my life except love. Nothing can shatter me. I'm a very emotional. If I give in, whether it's friends, love, my parents, or whoever who's close to my heart, and I've accepted them as they are dear ones or near ones. If anyone betrays me, or for some strange reason we are not talking, it's definitely very hurtful for me, and that is the only thing that can break me. I could never be a practical person. I've tried being a lot of times, but no, I don't think anything good comes out of me, even by just portraying being practical, you know. So, what you're born with, you can't change a certain qualities, and this is one of my qualities, that I am a very emotional person. I take things very personally, and I have tried working on it, and nowadays whenever I get hurt or whoever does anything, I just stay quiet, just let them breathe, I breathe. I don't want to interact or connect, because I feel that, you know, I've done enough for people, and especially when you do enough for people and the smallest thing starts hurting you.
True that.
So that's what is me.
Again, I'm able to relate it to you. So, dating a celebrity or a common man, cricketer or film industry, I mean a hero or someone like that, with who is more easy to go with?
I've never dated because of professions. I've dated people because they've connected well with me and we gel along as people, as two humans. So profession has never been part of my consideration. Oh, he's a businessman. Oh, he's a rock star. Oh, he's a singer. No, I have never, because what's important for me is how well he understands me and whether I'll be able to keep up with him. Because I am an actress, I should do enough justice for this relationship, even if it's a simple man, a business guy. It's very difficult for a business person to actually see or date an actor, because there's so much happening in an actor's life. So they always feel insecure, and insecure is something that has no definition. It can be anything. So for me it was never a profession, because all my life I've been an independent woman. I've earned myself. I live my life on my own terms. So money or any attractions have never attracted me. You know, for me what is important is someone who can support me all my life and be there for me in whatever I love doing, you know, which is not wrong at all. So I have found quite a few, but then slowly what happens is somewhere when you start getting close to each other, you start knowing each other really well. Everything in the beginning looks nice and beautiful, but yeah, exactly. So everything, then you start understanding a person and the depth inside that person. And when you know certain things are going, you know, beyond your control or is not fitting into your bracket, then you should not trouble or you should not get troubled. Though the decision is very, very tough, you know, when you love somebody, to let go of that person is very tough, but you have to be somewhere strong. You have to choose, because you have a professional life. You just, if I wanted to be a housewife, I was like, let go, yeah, why, doesn't matter, you know. But the combination is very important, because I have been a working person from 15 years, you know, so it is difficult. I've never had relationships who have not understood my profession. It's just that the distance, the priorities change, and when I'm at work, I'm so into it. And I cannot keep giving reasons like, no, this, I did this, la la la, I did that, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la la. That's not me, you know, because that person knows wherever I am, whatever I am, it's all on television, it's all everywhere, you know. So I feel, you know, if you're an actor, if you really want to settle down, you will find a beautiful guy, and you should only date somebody when you're ready for it.
So, are you ready now? What is your current relationship status?
Current relationship status is I'm married to my work right now, not to anybody else. But surely, every now and then, yeah, you end up liking someone. But the thing is, I want to love someone or like someone only when I'm ready for settling down. And right now, my focus is only my work.
So, listening to your words, I can definitely understand you are a very emotional person. Okay, coming back to movies, so you have acted with almost all the top heroes, Balakrishna garu, Chiranjeevi garu, Ajith garu, Pawan Kalyan garu. So, working with superstars, what was the toughest part and who was the toughest to work with?
No, working with superstars is the thing, right? It's the best moment. Like they are so experienced and they've been in the industry for so long and they're still there as superstars. And there is a reason for that. That's why we call them legends. So you can't find flaws in them. You have to only learn from them. And they make things so easy for you. It's like a cakewalk. The things that we feel is so difficult, they'll suddenly come, it's like, do this way. And you get away with it. So that's called, you come with a lot of experience, you know, and that's the beauty of working with superstars. You know, they know it all and they make everything feel so easy. Even acting is just being, the camera loves them. Acting is just into the system. They, like we sometimes make an effort, oh listen, I need to cry a little more, you know. With them it's there. So sometimes I just keep looking at them and you know there's lots to learn from them. So
Before Rathalu Rathalu came to you, this song was offered to so many other heroines, but you bragged it. You grabbed it.
So
I
what the
was
reaction?
fortunate enough to get it. And I got it in a way that in the night I got it, in the morning I was there for shoot.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I was shooting for Julie. I said, put all this, please shift my dates because I was shooting for Julie and I requested my producers, I said, please give me 4 days, please, please, please. And something like, you know, Megastar, when I went there on the set, he's like, thank you for accepting it last minute. I was like, I will faint. Don't please say this. Don't do this and all. I was, the way they're so humble.
Yeah.
You know, people should learn actually.
So you are a sports enthusiast. We have seen you so many times going for the CCL matches. So how enthusiastic?
You've only seen me going for CCL matches, but you've not seen me being part of sports. In my school days, obviously, I've always been a sports person. I've done a lot of. My interest was sports from school days. If not an actor, I would have been a sports person. I never knew what cricket was until I started going for CCL. You know, that was introduced to me. But from the beginning, as a child, I was always a sports person. I was into kabaddi, kho-kho, volleyball, basketball, baseball, like whatever the possible games that my school had.
Your height was an added advantage.
Yeah, so that's one of the reasons I grew also so tall, because I was always part of these activities. So cricket was one of the games that came in later and I quite started liking the game because, and it's also like in our country, cricket is literally like a national game, you know, and that's what it is. And you know, it's a nice game and you know, I like being there, I like cheering people. And that's natural because I know, you know, when you cheer, when you get that, you know, encouragement, it's beautiful as a sports person. So yeah, I liked it, and that was just part of one of my sports game that I've supported. But I've supported so many other games.
So have you ever come across the casting couch in Tollywood or Collywood?
No, I haven't come because I got in very easily, but the struggles for me were something else, different. But I wouldn't say it doesn't exist. That's what I keep saying. Everybody has a different experience with different people. It all depends on how you enter and who you meet in the industry and who guides you well or not. So when you're new, there are a lot of chances that people can misuse you, and it's all up to you if you're giving in. So that's why I feel that it's very important for the person, if you want to do something in the industry, come with a talent or come with a godfather who will help you out. You need not settle in for all this. But there have been cases, I shouldn't run away with the fact, because I am from the same industry where I haven't experienced, but I have known people who have experienced it. So I am with them.
So what is your take on Me Too?
Take on Me Too is I am very happy that this whole campaign came and people are speaking out and opening and raising their voice and talking about it. But it shouldn't be misused just to take revenge on people, you know. That's also happening. So it has reduced to a level where the fear has come in, where girls are talking about it. So the change is seen. But there is a positive and a negative, again, advantage and disadvantage for everything. So it's there, we all are here and we want to find a solution, and it will stop some point of time, or it has, I don't know.
Yeah. So, do you follow politics?
Not much. I don't want to also. As it is, there's so much politics in everyone's life. Why another politics to add on to?
So, what are your upcoming projects?
So I'm doing 3 Tamil films right now. Cinderella, Miruga, Nia is coming in. I'm doing one action film in Kannada called Jhansi. Now Where Is the VenkataLakshmi? So I have these movies lined up. So anything that's new will be announced later.
Yes. All the very best for all your films, and it was very nice talking to you.
Likewise.
So finally, what do you want to say about Where Is the VenkataLakshmi to our?
Do watch this film. It's definitely a nice, simple film where you will get to see a lot of, where you will get to laugh, you will get to also whistle, and a lot of things in this film. It's a nice, sweet film, and I hope you guys like it.
Much more power to you, and keep rocking.
Thank you. Hi, this is Raai Laxmi. Subscribe to IG Telugu.
Hi.
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 Hi India Glitz viewers.
For all the latest movie review,
Interview.
Latest updates.
subscribe.
Subscribe IG Telugu.
Please subscribe to IG Telugu.
Please follow IG Telugu.
Please subscribe to IG Telugu.